Bacon, no bacon, no bacon, no bacon,
Bacon, no bacon.
Podcast. Happening clap.
Away! You're hot.
Angela's been claiming how friggin' cold it is in the house, and now it's fucking hot as shit. I'm having one of her hot flashes.
Well, you did do ladies' night last time.
Yeah, I've caught the menopause.
You're one of the ladies. One of the belles madames.
So right out of the gate, I can tell you I might be talking weird. I broke a tooth on Saturday night at the show.
What? How'd you do that?
One of my molar, man. I went out for a smoke real quick before doing the meet and greet after. So I just threw gum in my mouth and fucking crunch. I'm like, wow, that's a hard piece of gum. And then I'm like, oh shit, that's not gum. I see, and it's a chunk of my tooth. Like a whole side of the back side of my second to last molar.
Oh man, dude, I think that's a sign though. Actually, like the end of times or something.
Well, it's a sign that I'm gonna have a broken tooth for a while, because I also, in that same night, on Saturday night, is the same night I lost like 4 or 5 week worth of gigs. So I have no money for the next couple of months to fix my tooth.
Gosh, hold on to that tooth. Put that tooth under the pillow, buddy.
Maybe.
Tooth fairy money.
Yeah, half a tooth. It's got to be worth 50 cents.
Oh, man. Yeah,
so
that's
totally
brutal.
broke a tooth. Yeah. I just jot down that we discussed my tooth.
Oh, you're going to jot down the topics that we've discussed
no,
so you don't go over them
I
again?
I felt I should have a pen and paper, just like a professional.
I have a pen and paper, or I've got a pencil.
I have my
and
computer
paper.
set up here, too. I got this pen. This is one of those pen, you know those pen that they take in space, like you can write like this?
Yeah,
or like
space
it's good
pen.
for like writing on people's back or whatever. Mm-hmm. Are you drinking out of a flask?
I am, buddy. I'm on lockdown.
Fancy.
Quarantine.
Yeah. Me too.
Quarantine in the cabin. I've got a flask going.
Me too. Reese just went out though. Like, my kids are not respecting it at all, and I don't know how hard to put my foot down.
Well, let me tell you something. You are the father, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Carry on then. Keep going. Let them do what they want.
I mean, I've only started taking it this much more seriously over the last 24 hours. Like, when I started really reading on what the health community, the health service community was saying and thing. They got me like by guilt, which is how I parent too. I always feel guilty about something. So they're like, it's not for you. You may feel like you're invincible and fine, whatever, but if you get it and then give it to this guy and then give it to this guy by loosey-goosey going around everywhere, and then that person think that they've only been in contact with careful people, goes to kiss his fucking 80-year-old grandmother, and then she dies. And they even went so far as to put scenario like, okay, yeah, so maybe she's a 74-year-old grandmother. And people are like, oh, well, they were old already. Yeah, well, when you're 12 years old and you lose your grandmother at 74 and you were offered the chance of having, of being 22 and losing her at 84, which one do you think you would pick? So it's not up to you to fucking make people die at 74 and say, oh, that's old enough. Fuck
what
you.
Article did you read that they made you feel guilty about this?
I forget what it was. It was I think
That's
something
funny,
Barack Obama tweeted.
Okay.
From I think the Washington Post.
It's definitely a good idea to just not go out.
It is.
Stay in.
I mean, easy is like last night, for instance. I insisted that we pull the plug on the Sunday night show at Yuck Yuck in Ottawa.
Okay.
After we did the 2 Saturday night, and I'd spend all day Sunday reading these news items and people's our government's instruction and the one coming out of the World Health Organization. And I'm like, during the day, I'm calling the Booker Howard, and I'm like, I don't think we should do this, man. Not just for the money thing, but like, is it worth, like, we're gonna each make a few $100, whatever, but we're gonna look like selfish, greedy fuckface, right? Pushing it right to the last minute. And he even said, it looks like Ontario is gonna shut everything down tomorrow, so tonight will be our last chance to do a show. And I'm like, yeah, how will that look if we go right up to the limit of the law? Let's take the high road. We'll forsake or we'll sacrifice these few $100. Like, what we could, the most we would have made is $1,000 that we split between us, right? I mean, it's now today's another new day, and that probably would have been the last $500 or $600 I make for the next month and a half. So it might have been precious.
That's a good way of thinking about it. Yeah.
But anyway, we decided not to do it, and I think we made the right choice. Now it's just a question.
I think you made the right choice, man. I think it's getting really crazy. I mean, you guys are you're in Canada. It's still scary. I imagine. I don't know what it's like.
Certainly, the number
there?
are less here than they are in America. Like the latest
Yeah,
number,
but
I have it on my phone. I had all these pages bookmark on my phone, but I'm fucking using my phone to talk to you.
Using your phone to communicate. On WhatsApp, by the way. WhatsApp, if you can find it in your heart to sponsor this podcast
I gotta
while
talk to
we
my
have
friend Sean.
no income from comedy. It would be lovely. WhatsApp. Great app, by the way. Works good. We've got a great connection.
Actually, I'm gonna Facebook Sean right now. I'm gonna Facebook Sean right now. No, I'll do this.
Hey,
I'll do this
first. We'll do it after we finish recording.
32 new case of coronavirus in Ontario.
32 overnight.
Yeah.
We had, I think,
19 new one in BC that I saw. Where's the Health Canada page though? They're updating. They're updating it twice a day.
It's going to spread fast. It's already going really crazy, and it's spreading insanely fast right now over here. And people, but I'm not. That's not the thing I'm worried about here. What I'm worried about is people are going crazy.
You were saying, the rioting.
People are going crazy, man.
Yeah.
You go to the grocery stores, you feel people are on edge. It's LA. It's not. I'm not in Malibu. I'm like close to the city.
Right.
There's a lot of there's a lot
East
of scared people.
East LA where you are?
Oh no, I'm not in East LA. That's jeez, come on, give me some credit, buddy.
I remember that Cheech and Chong song.
Actually, East LA's pretty cool.
Born in East LA. No, remember
Is that a
Cheech and Chong?
I don't know. Oh, really? The Cheech and Chong, they do that?
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm too young to remember all the Cheech and Chongs.
So total cases, to show you yesterday, total confirmed cases yesterday in Canada was 252. Today, 24 hours later, it's 324. So it's still growing.
Dude, it's growing fast.
Doesn't feel exponential though yet. Like there was on the world in Italy, they showed a chart. I see it went like this, and then like that, and then fucking exponential.
Kaboom.
This isn't exponential yet. This is still algebraic. I'm just throwing out math terms now. Like this is fucking pi. I think with the what was that ANT button on the calculator? I don't know what that means either. But this is
I didn't know what any of the other buttons were on the calculator.
Cosine. This is cosine increases.
Cosine.
I don't know. I'm saying all the math numbers I remember. Math words. You thought my TH was bad before. I fucking trying to do my tongue catch on the pick of the broken tooth.
Because it's sharp.
Everyone's gonna have to live with the because it's sharp.
Well, it's okay, buddy.
Thanks.
It's part of getting turning into an old bastard.
Right, pretty soon I'll just take out all my teeth and just be like, "Hey,
you better be careful for Corona, man. If you're already losing your teeth,
what's the fuck?
You better watch out, man."
That's what my kid said. I'm trying to tell my kid, "Hey, we should be very careful. It's not a joke. Don't be going out and gallivant with your friend, whatever." And they're like, "No, you be careful with your age and you're a smoker." I'm like, "Well, what?"
Okay, so then why are they going out
there with the your age shit? Let's see. I'm looking at the chart. It's not. It's very few, in Canada anyway, and worldwide. I'm pretty sure it's the same. That 31% of the case are 60-year-old and over. 74% is still traveler, which is good to know. But like in terms of death, it's like less than 4% is people under 50. Everybody else, it's
but they should be going out because they can bring it home to you.
The kids, I know. That's what I said to them. I said, okay, if you want to think that way, then don't give it to me.
Because this thing lives inside of you before you even know it. Like it's there like 5 days before you even show symptoms.
Up to 14, apparently up to 14. Like people can have it alive inside them for 14 days. And some people, they will never have a symptom, but they can still carry it.
Right,
Which I remember them saying about AIDS back in the day. Like you could have HIV and never have a symptom, and you're just out there
transmitting
fucking people's lives up, literally.
Yeah. Do you think the prime minister has it?
His wife apparently does.
His wife has it. Do you think he has it?
He hasn't come right out and said he has it, but
I know.
He sounded a little nasally
Sounds
today
sick,
when he
it?
was doing
Right?
the thing.
Yeah. I think he's got it. I think he's got it.
Well, he's in good shape. I think he should be fine.
Oh, he'll be fine. But what I find interesting
He's exactly
is that
my age,
they still don't want to let people know if a leader of a country is sick. Isn't that strange?
Well, I don't know.
Like, you think we're that shallow right now? You think we're all going to be like, now's the time to invade. Trudeau's got a sniffle.
Oh, I never even thought of that. I think if he got it, he would let us know that he have it.
I don't think so.
No?
I really think he's got it, and I don't think they're telling us. And also with Trump, I wouldn't be surprised too. With Trump, maybe not, because Trump's actually still standing around people, but he did look kind of sick. He looked like he was a little bit sick today.
Trump, like his body is more of a cesspool than mine. See, so he, even though he's never drank or smoked, he just eats McDonald's. Doesn't look like a picture of health. And he is old. Trudeau's my age, right? He could box.
He looks like he's got it. He looks like he's got a cold.
I don't find he looks like he's got a cold. That's what I was going to say. He spoke today
his
for
eyes are dark.
40.
Look at him in the thing. His eyes are dark.
He's working hard,
his
man.
Skin looks a little bit dry.
Getting a lot of sleep.
Yeah, that's possible. But I mean, dude, how could you be, how? I mean, they're talking about you just walk next to somebody and you can get it. How could you be married to somebody and not have it?
Well.
That was a perfectly timed pause.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, but at least something.
At our age, people in our 40s have
even if you're
learned.
not fucking, she's at one point she's going to turn around in bed and breathe right in your face.
He's the Prime Minister of Canada. You don't think they've taken precaution? Maybe she's sleeping in a different bedroom. You think
But she didn't know she had it right away.
You think the Prime Minister residence that they supply to the fucking leader of Canada is a shitbox fucking one-bedroom apartment like yours? It's a house with several wings to it.
With a lot of asbestos in there, I'm sure.
Not anymore. They cleaned that out 3 years ago.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
They did, right? When Harper was in.
When Trudeau went in.
No?
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't
before
move in.
he went. He didn't move in right away.
He stayed in Montreal for a while.
Yeah, that's true. He cleaned it up,
yeah.
But
himself, he was in there, no shirt, ripping out asbestos.
I'm sure, and that's why
I don't know
he's
why I'm
got
still
a
such a Justin
sniffle.
Trudeau cheerleader. See, people were shitting all over him today. I'm like, let the guy, like at least I still feel he's earnestly doing his best. He's only been a world leader for a few years. How's he supposed to know how to deal with this unprecedented fucking thing? You call the lady who's in charge of medicine in Canada. Hey, what the fuck do we do with this? And she's like, well, sir. And then he's like, all right, somebody translate what this fucking scientist just said to me. I gotta go substitute for fucking Mr. Allen, who didn't show up for geography class in grade 8 at the fucking Ottawa High School. That's his comfort zone. Substitute teaching. That was a cheap shot. I don't know why I did that. Sorry, Justin. Like he's listening to this.
You're really sucking up to this guy.
Yeah,
You really like him.
Yeah.
I like him now. I think I didn't like him at this. I did not like him. I like the guy. I like everybody. I just want him to do what he's gonna do. But he always sounded really fake. You know what the most honest I've ever heard him.
He's playing this
exactly,
game.
and that's what I hate. I don't like that.
But I think you have to. You have to, or you just have to get out. It's not like when his father was in power. Because I was listening to some of the journalists ask him questions today at the press conference that he did outside his house, and I was like, if that was Pierre Trudeau being asked aggressively a question like that, do you take responsibility? Like, do you feel guilty for the slowness of the reaction time? Pierre Trudeau would have been like, viens sit, mon asti. Come here and say that to me. You know what I mean? Look at me. I'm doing everything I can. My wife's in there. She's got a fever. You think she's pleasant? No, I'm fucking out here talking to you, you son of the bitch. Shut your stupid face before I get Sophie out here to lick you, you fuck. Like he would have been not taking that shit. But today you have to take everything. Right. You know what I mean? Like, hi, my name's Sky from the Gender Fluid Times. Who's really like... like to know what the percentage of the corona victims are neither male nor female, neither terrestrial nor Martian, nor fuck. And today's politician have to be like, well, we've analyzed the numbers, and we will have to redefine. That's why he says so much. He's always like, don't say fuck you, don't say fuck
Right.
you. Anyway.
Yeah, no, it definitely seems like he's taking it. I don't know. I'm kind of happy that he's doing what he's doing right now. I'm a little bit worried, man. I don't know if we're going to leave. I don't know. Do I come back to Canada? Do I stay here?
Yeah, I don't know either.
How bad is this going to get? I mean, I can't fly there now. It's impossible.
It is possible.
Drive.
Trudeau today was imploring people to try to take commercial airline to come up here. But I mean, you're saying price-wise, it's impossible.
Price-wise, I'm an idiot. I could have bought tickets 2 days ago. They're $400 a pop. I could have bought one-way tickets, $400 each, and got us out for like $1,000 with the cats. You know, costs a little bit more. Get out.
Trudeau also said today that they're allocating $1 billion for that to support Canadians that are elsewhere to either tough it out where they are or until they can get you home, or to facilitate financially getting you back.
Yeah,
and that's the airlines. You know, you think the airline would be like, okay, we'll work with the government and give them a discount, whatever.
Right.
No, they're just jacking everything up. Everybody's profiting of the situation, and
you feel like they're profiting. I know they keep saying they're losing a lot of money. Air Canada,
yeah, so they want to recoup that. I
flights.
mean, it's corporate instinct, right?
So
they're losing some money, so I'm gonna have to cancel a few flights. I haven't even canceled my flights yet.
When were your flights for?
One for March 25th, and then April 2nd. March 25th, I was flying to Edmonton, Alberta, and then on the 2nd of April, I was flying to St. John. St. John's not 100% canceled yet, but it's looking like it's going to be. I spoke to them today.
You got to change it because I think you have until March 31st. I think there's absolutely no change fees.
Oh, really? That's good to know.
Yeah.
But can you make an open change? Like neither of those things has been rescheduled officially yet, right? Like the one in St.
Right. I think you could get a credit for now if you don't have a flight like a date. I think you can get a credit for up to a year. They'll hold your credit.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I'm pretty sure, and there's no fees. They waived it because since I've been looking
across
every
all
time I
airlines
look,
or
it says
Canada?
that. I think all Canadian airlines, but most airlines, I think, if you look at as soon as you go on their website to book it, it says right away. It'll say like a little disclaimer telling you from now until now, if you buy a ticket or change it within this time, then you're okay.
Well, that was fast
because everyone's up in the air.
I got an email today from, I don't know if you're a member or whatever on the mailing list of change.org. It's a Canadian sort of...
No, I'm not.
What's that called? They're like lobby group
I got an email
change.
from everyone, like the fucking shoe shine shop down the road or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, everyone is sending you an email now. It's like, what? I didn't even know I signed up to your email list.
Yeah. My gym wrote to me, "Dear valued training person," and I'm like, "Wow, you still?"
Yeah, I got an email from MEC, and I was like, "What? MEC?" I'm like, I didn't get do I have a membership there? I didn't know I had. They're like, "Yeah, valued member. We'd like to let you know we're no longer doing our rental program." I'm like, all right, I'm not getting a kayak anytime soon. I'll be good. I'll be all right. Unless I can kayak back to Canada from here, I'm good.
Yeah, I got a lot of. I gotta tell Sean that I'm using WhatsApp. I don't know why I'm very distracted.
But it's so you got an email from change.org. What did they say? Are they saying anything?
Just this morning I got it, and they were trying to get me to sign a petition to stop WestJet from charging people for change fees and cancellation, and that they were.
Oh, maybe they didn't change it. WestJet might be the only one.
Maybe they
Air
came
Canada
around.
is definitely doing it. I know Air Canada. I think until March 31st, and I know Doug is going to be excited that we mentioned Air Canada if he's watching this, which he probably is.
Who said that?
Doug
Muncie? Oh,
No,
Doug Robertson, right? The pilot Doug. Pilot Doug.
Muncie.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, Doug Muncie's watching this. You think Doug's watching this? Doug Muncie's probably.
Shoot, I'm just
I got
getting.
no time for the
I'm
internet.
getting an email from Chantal Desjardins that She's trying to start an online comedy club, which was an idea that we had and that I had with this tour manager guy that I'm trying to start working with. Everyone's having the same idea. We're gonna have like a million different things. Anyway,
I think everyone's just going, how the hell do we do stand-up comedy without leaving the house? But there's other things you can do, like a podcast. Everybody,
it's a great way to give back in all the chaos.
Yeah,
give back. Fuck, give back. Give to us. We're the ones going broke. We have no money. Give back in all the chaos. It could also be garnered.
We do this for $0, and we're trying to build it. Let's get the subscribers. Share it if you can. At least share it. Send it to your friends, like and stuff like that, and that'll get us. Eventually, we'll build it, man. We'll get to the YouTube status. We'll be a couple of YouTubers in California on Venice Beach.
YouTubers, yeah. That's a freaking, somebody says that on somebody's business card. Dave Smith,
What's that?
YouTuber. That's my job.
Oh God, YouTuber.
Yeah.
But it is, so being here, the only thing that scares me, I did wake up. It's been a stressful day. I've only wound down a little bit now. I was so stressed all day. I woke up at like 6 a.m. because I'm in this group of like Canadian comics in Los Angeles. And they're all panicking.
Are they? Yeah, I bet.
So they started sending emails at like 6 a.m. My phone starts going, and everyone's like, I got to Canada. I'm safe. And everyone else is like, fuck you. I'm still sleeping. It's 6 a.m. But there was a heads up. Somebody knew something about the government and the Prime Minister's office and gave us a heads up about that they're going to close. They're planning on closing the borders and get back to Canada if you can, as soon as you can. So I knew that on Saturday, or is it Friday or Saturday, I think. And I looked up tickets, and I was so close to buying tickets. I was gonna get them, and then I'm like, I don't know. Am I panicking too much? Is this like, I don't know how to gauge it.
Just enough.
Like, do you mean like I'm panicking too much, or just at the right amount?
Just
right.
I don't even know what to say. It's new for all of us. It's new for all of us.
Yeah.
And
that's
virus.
What I'm learning.
I mean, like, I don't know. Like AIDS wasn't even this thing because it's not spread the same way, I suppose. But
you still don't know how AIDS
I assume
spread?
I'm not quite sure about AIDS.
I suppose.
But I do know that
I'm not in the
that journalist
LGBT circular.
That journalist I was telling you about that was all aggressive with Justin. They were like, "What's the science behind?" Because it's all foreign people not allowed into Canada. We've closed the border except for American, which is 95% of people from other countries that come here.
Dude, why? Fucking close it for the Americans. I don't understand why he left it open.
I think because people go cross back and forth, and I think if we close it to them, Donald Trump, you're not letting American into your country? We're not letting Canadian into our country. No more.
Good.
Fucking.
Good. Don't send Canadians to America.
34 cent a pound turkeys in Plattsburgh or whatever.
Okay, if you look up, if you look it up, like Seattle, New York, LA, dude, they're not prepared. Last night I saw the mayor of LA talk on TV, and he said they don't have enough test kits.
No.
So that means the numbers could be way higher.
Mm-hmm.
They have no idea, and they're doing the best they can. They're telling people not to panic and stuff, but the numbers are way higher here, I think they are, and they don't, because it's America. They lie about stuff. They don't tell you the truth.
That's my worry about all of it. And then you get distracted and you read one other article that there's apparently a fucking meteor, like a 10-mile wide meteor headed for Earth that could hit us in the month of April, maybe. It's like a 50-50 shot.
Okay, don't panic about that. Let's just pick one thing
Maybe
at a time.
Maybe this is all a distraction.
Keep
Keep everybody in their house for when the meteor hits, that the riots don't break out, right? That if everybody's already on lockdown, they'll just go in the basement when the meteor hits. I don't know. I don't know. It's all, I don't know. Like I've literally financially.
Nobody knows.
Didn't prepare for this kind of thing, obviously. But I still, I don't want to be too afraid. I mean, I'm lucky in that I have a place to live and everything, and access to credit. I don't know.
I think you'll be fine as long as it doesn't last too long.
Right.
I'm in that same boat. I'm like, a month, I'm okay. You start digging in past a month, now I'm going, fuck, what do I do?
Yeah. A month, it's not like a month. I'm okay in terms of I'm not dead or starved, but a month, I'm gonna build up a debt of like fucking
It's a lot.
$10,000 or whatever.
Jesus. Yeah, that's you got to cut that spot, dude. You got to be frugal.
I'm already trying to work on it, but
Frugal, man. Fucking rice and beans, buddy. Go back to the basics. None of that fancy shit. You know what? No more export A's. You know,
yeah,
you
I
go to
gotta
that
go back to
fucking
the
cheap
native
brand.
cigarettes. Yeah.
Yeah, go back to natives, all right? If you can find a guy in a canteen who's selling them, you go to that guy and buy them, all right?
Give me a bag of tobacco
Give me a bag of loose cigarettes.
and some Hilroys, and I'm gonna be on my way.
Don't spend too much, man. You got to be frugal right now. It's crazy. And I mean, staying in is going to be, you know, it'll help not having to leave the house. That's the thing. Kids should be at home, man. Dude, your kids should not be out. That's crazy. Because the fact that everyone's out, people are going to spread it.
Yeah.
And they were saying it at the press conference with Donald Trump. That's what they were saying, is the doctor said, young people are going to save us from this.
Yeah.
Because you're not, susceptible to dying from it. You think you can go out and do anything, but you're killing everybody by doing that because you're transmitting this.
Yeah, it's not like
So this is in your hands.
Yeah.
This is your chance. You lazy fucks.
Yeah, no,
you piece
just
of shit who don't do
gallivanting
anything.
around.
This is your chance.
And they live with us, you know what I mean? Like if they lived in
Yeah.
their own apartment, like, okay, go out and get your fucking pandemic germ from your grubby friend, but then go back to your
It's
own
like
place. No, you're gonna bring it back to my house and
Yeah.
kill me.
It's your one chance to strive. Like, we've all been like shitting on millennials forever. Everyone shits on them, and it's like, this is your chance to finally redeem yourself
Yeah.
and be like everyone bowing down and loving you.
Nope.
And they're still shitheads.
They're
Get
not
home.
gonna do it. Yeah.
Be
It's
the
true.
fucking heroes.
Like Angela,
you know?
it's true. I should just like, okay, fine. You want to go out? Fine, but you're not coming back here. You now live with your
Yeah.
friend Najib. That's it. Fuck you. Because like also, I live in a neighborhood, like an older neighborhood, right? So I have a few neighbors that I call and said, listen, don't go to the store. If you need something, call me
Yeah.
and I'll go for you. I have nothing but fucking time on my hands now. I have no job. So, and Angela worked with some old people too, right? She can't afford to be getting COVID and
to get
whatever.
sick, bring it to anyone else. Yeah, it's very dangerous. It's dangerous for other people, man. That's the thing, is you don't realize it. Because I mean, I was like that at first too. You're just cracking jokes. I mean, obviously, you crack jokes, or how else are we gonna stay sane? But you're looking at it and you're like, it's not gonna happen to me. And then you start thinking, like, even me, I'm like, hey, if I go back to Canada and I go stay at my folks,
You probably
I gotta
should
stay away from them.
You got to stay away for 10 days. Yeah, you should.
That was a big part of me not buying the tickets right away too. I was going, I'm gonna get in a tube in the air with a bunch of people that I don't know if they have it or not, and then I'm gonna get into my parents' house and they're elderly. My old man just had open heart surgery in January. You know, this isn't a thing to do. You know, so I thought, okay, I'm better off. Let's stay here and see how it pans out, and then we'll figure it out after. But I'm ready to roll, buddy. I put the cabin, the box on the back of my pickup truck. I locked it down today. I checked I fixed up my exhaust. I had a little problem. Still a cracked exhaust, but I'm gonna try and put some putty on it and
No, leave it wide open. If any COVID comes into the cabin, so that I'll choke it out with the carbon monoxide.
It would definitely choke it out for sure, because it's already gonna start choking me out. But yeah, I got a little crack. I just looked because I heard a weird noise the other day, and I was like, I got to check it out and see what's going on. Because this morning I was like this close to going, let's fucking bounce. You know, I was ready to just get in the car, in the truck and leave. Just put all our shit and go.
Yeah, man.
Because who knows, man? I don't know how long it's going to stay closed. And I feel like America is not ready. And they fucked up big time. And I think Canada's ahead of the curve. And they're going to be okay. Like, it's shitty now. But I feel like you guys, Canada right now, back home is like right there. You guys got it just...
And
like,
we're
if you
better
do
off.
it right now, you're good.
There's no city in Canada exists that is in any comparison to New York City or Los Angeles, right? So
No.
our healthcare system.
Well, I mean, the whole country of Canada, dude. The amount of cases, California has the same population, for
As
people who don't know.
Canada.
California as Canada.
Yeah.
And right now, there's the same amount of coronavirus cases in California as Canada. But the problem is California, all those people are condensed.
Yeah, you live on top of each other, yeah.
Yeah, so fucking, it's going to spread way faster here. And I think Canada really locked it down ahead of the curve because of that. They really fucking did it. They could have done it earlier, but it's not as bad as it could have been. I think they did a good thing doing that. They need to close the U.S. border now, though. That's what I think. Because if you keep that open, you're only bringing in, and they said most of the cases coming in through Canada are coming in from the U.S. border. So the fact they're not closing it is very I'm shocked by that. I think they should close that right away.
I
mean, keep it open for Canadian citizens because I want to get home. Yeah. But don't let any of those fucking Americans in.
For now, yeah, they're allowing American tourists in. For now, I mean,
they need to shut that down right away.
So in the state, as of right now, 3,487 case. The population is about 10 times, and that's around 10 times the number of cases in Canada. So you're right, the numbers are close.
So it's close, but Canada's spaced apart, so it's not going to spread as fast. But here, I think we're fucked, dude. And the fact that here, they've been saying that even the mayor last night in LA said they haven't been getting they're way behind on their tests. They don't have enough tests. They just got a new shipment, I think, of like 8,000 tests across California, not even LA, across California.
There was like 100,000 leaving China today. So if they're flying them here, then I guess they'll get here quick. But it looked right now like Washington and New York have the most case, and California is close behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's scary to be here. And you could feel it. I'll post a little clip right here of the grocery store, dude. All the meats and stuff, everything's sold out. Everything's sold out. I just went to 3 grocery stores. I couldn't find milk.
Milk, eh? See, I had no trouble with milk, but toilet paper was all gone at my grocery store. Toilet paper and bread. They had no bread.
Okay, see now. I feel like Canada, you guys are at the novelty of it. Like you're seeing Americans go crazy, and then you're like, oh shit, we got to get toilet paper. And then everything else is still there.
Yeah.
But we're fucked, dude. There's nothing. I went to 3 grocery stores. There's no meat. There's no fish. There's no fucking milk. There's no bread. There's no flour. There's no eggs, cheese. There's nothing. Canned foods are all gone. Pasta, forget it. There's no pasta.
That's
Every
scary,
aisle
man.
is completely empty. And we are on day 1 of a 14-day quarantine in California.
Yeah.
So if it's already this bad, what I worry about is riots. That's what I worry about. I mean, you could go watch the documentaries, and they're out there. And LA is crazy with that stuff.
You get documentaries. So there's other movies that are even more scary, like The Purge.
What's that? The Purge?
The Purge, where they just suspend all laws for 24 hours.
Oh, I've never seen that. That's an old movie, eh? I've heard of it.
No, there's like The Purge 7, I think, just came out, whatever. It's a night in America where everybody kills each other. That's their population control tactic.
Oh, God. Really? This happens?
A movie. No, it's a movie. But
is this why people have guns?
Yeah, well, that's another thing. I did see lineups at gun stores in various states, right? It's like, I'm going to get my toilet paper one way or the other. Fucking the stores run out. I'm fucking taking your toilet paper. Fucking, I'm going to wipe my ass.
That's what you think. But just wait, man. It's going to be a fucking riot. And when there's a riot, people are knocking on your door, man.
Yeah,
people
and he means riot.
Steal your shit.
Not like, he's a riot. Not that kind of riot. The kind where fucking people get hit with bats.
Yeah, and that's why people are going to buy guns.
People throw fire hydrants through plate glass windows to steal large screen TVs. I don't know why that always. Every time there's like a huge social injustice, the flat screen TVs are the first victims.
Because everyone wants to party, buddy. You got to watch a Super Bowl. Everyone needs that big screen TV out here.
Oh man.
But it is scary to be here, man. I know a lot of friends that took off. A lot of Canadians took off yesterday. I know a few that have tickets tomorrow. They're leaving. Everyone's getting out.
And here's the thing: everyone
trying to get out.
Everyone is living with it, and so I think as we're just 2 comedians that are describing our experience now for the last 35 minutes, and the camera's still working. That's a good sign.
There you go, man. The new
Be
cam.
smart, everybody. I mean, we will have to make sacrifice, but if we're smart and civilized about things, and wash your hand more than usual, it's all stupid little thing, but we can make a difference. And if we're careful, everybody does just a little bit to be careful. Maybe we'll get this under control sooner than later, and we'll be able to resume a somewhat normal thing. And Abdul and I will once again be allowed to joke about this, because right now some of our jokes on Twitter are not being well received. Guy called me a prick the other day. A prick, ST.
Someone called you a prick?
Yeah.
For what? What was the tweet that
all my joke was, it was like early. It was like whenever they stopped the NBA, I was just like, WTF? Are we kidding? We're canceling everything because somebody has a cough? What's happening? Hey, man, blah, 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 blah. And then somebody really bitched me out with like, I don't know, science or whatever. You shouldn't, because children with respiratory issues are at fault, and it's very irresponsible of you to joke at a time like this. And the guy just responded, yeah, I know, right? What a prick. And I just blocked him. I'm like, I'm not going to be calling me a prick. What am I? I'm being insulted in 1987 over here.
What if he was being sarcastic? What if he was just being like, yeah, right?
He wasn't.
What
he was mad,
prick.
but he wrote to me on Twitter or on Facebook. He's like, hey, unblock me from Twitter. I'm a fan. I was just like, hey, it is more serious than you think. I'm like, all right, I'll unblock you, but no more fucking 1987 digs on me, right? But I realize it is something people are sensitive about. And like I said, my whole point of view changed in a 24-hour period. I went from like being mad, this is silly, but to feeling guilty, like, oh my God, what if I make Madame Bluteau, the neighbor back there, sick by dropping off a fucking bottle of vitamins for her or something?
Yeah.
I just got a note. I got a note from my girlfriend, just slipped me a note, said, I'm swearing way too much. Swearing too much. She's hearing from the bedroom. Apparently, I swear too much.
Dude, I like how you have a producer.
Yeah. This just in. You're an asshole. Oh, geez. Let's put that. So anyway, I think we can wrap up.
Someone called me a prick.
This is all that's going. This is all anybody's hearing about everywhere is the coronavirus and COVID and all that. So let's maybe try to round out the rest of the podcast with other thing.
Okay, what do you got?
I got lucky. It had been planned for weeks.
You got laid last night?
No, not that lucky.
Oh.
No, I had been planning for weeks to plan to tape an album at Yuck Yucks in Ottawa when I was there this weekend.
Right.
And we got it done on the last night of the weekend, which was the last night of shows in the country, I think. So
nice,
I taped
buddy.
two sets that we're going to cut together and make like
Slide it right in.
80-minute album. And I have all the time in the world now to focus on that and listen and edit, whatever. And so we got it done. Yeah, Chad came up, my buddy Chad. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah.
Chad, good old Chad, came on up.
Chad, buddy.
Came up and
good stuff.
Came up and taped it for me. Dan is gonna edit it for me. He seemed to have some time on his hand too because he's a musician and freelance guy.
Oh right, yeah.
So we should be able to.
Cool. Dan Moskovich, bud. Dan Moskovich.
I didn't know if I was supposed to say his last name on the air, but whatever.
Yeah, why not? He's got a business. Sure. He does audio mixing and stuff. Yeah. He's great. He's amazing.
Great.
Does,
so
some
nice
of the greatest
too.
bands.
Super nice too. So yeah, we got that done right in the nick of time. It's gonna be, by the time it's out, it'll be too late to really generate the revenue to top me up for this period. But
that'll get you on the next.
Yeah, it's still good to have gotten it done, right? Because there's nobody taping an album in the next, unless they do like Harlan Williams. There, just go out into the forest and fucking record an album for the raccoons. Remember he did that album?
Did he do that?
Yeah, he just went up in the mountains and recorded it out. You heard like a hawk hovering over his head.
Really?
Telling jokes to the wind.
He's
telling the jokes to the wind. It was pretty funny.
He's hilarious, man. I've seen him growing up, obviously on Just for Laughs TV things and stuff like that. But out here, I see him quite a bit at the clubs in LA, and man, what a nice dude and hilarious.
Very original voice, that's for sure.
So oh my God, like he could just go up there and riff. It's crazy. Yeah. It's so good to see. Yeah, he's talented.
So now what to call as I was taping it, I was thinking of calling my album Pan Derek.
Pan Derek?
Pan Derek, Pandemic. Huh?
Yeah, there's something there, especially if you play on the fact that you were the last, like it was right before the fucking shutdown.
Yeah.
Like last show before the shutdown. That works. Yeah. Panderic?
Panderic, because it's only one letter difference, but yet still people don't seem to get it quick enough. Pandemic, Panderic.
Panderic. What else would you call Tough crowd. Tough crowd, buddy. Tough crowd. What would you what other names you got? You got just Panderic? What else you got in the bag?
I'd probably whatever. I would probably name it after one of the stronger jokes, like maybe motion sick or my kids are garbage.
What else you got in there?
My kids are garbage.
You got my kids are garbage is a good one.
My
That's
kids
funny.
are garbage.
My kids are garbage is pretty funny. That'll turn some heads.
Yeah.
What did that guy just say? His kids are garbage?
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, I have Kate Davis's book that I was just reading a little bit today called World's Second Best Mom. Mine's the opposite. Like, she's the second best mom. I have the worst kids. They're just total garbage.
Yeah, I don't know what else you could. Do you have the joke about? Do you have the polio joke on there?
Yes, the polio joke is on there.
Oh man, that's such a great joke.
Yeah, it never hits anymore though. The first couple of times, I think, especially now we're in the middle of a pandemic, any disease kind of joke is like, "Hey, that's not funny," and I'm like, "Guys, there was
that could happen right now.
8 fucking cases of polio in the world last year. Okay, we've got it almost under control. I think we can laugh about it a little bit." Thank you to Bill Gates and the Rotary Club.
Do you think Bill Gates is out there trying to solve this one right now? Did you hear he stepped down from being CEO or whatever he was on the board of
Microsoft?
He just stepped down.
Oh, that's a long time ago.
He stepped down last week.
Oh, really?
No, it was like last week. He just stepped down.
Oh yeah, it was a couple of years ago that he stepped down as president of the company, and now he's off.
Yeah, but he's still on the board.
He's still on
whatever.
the board. He's just not CEO. He's not.
Right.
He's not chairman of the board or whatever.
Yeah, so he stepped down, and I don't know why. I mean, maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe he's like, I'm stepping down. To
he's focusing more on
save the world
on his what is it? A foundation? It's called foundation. Bill and what's her
Gates? Bill and Melinda.
Melinda Gates Foundation. Yeah.
Belinda Gates. Belinda
or Melinda?
No, I think it's Melinda, but Bill and Melinda.
Oh, right.
It's the power couple, Belinda.
Oh.
We're here to save the world from Corona.
I can't help but think that he would have his little baby toe maybe dipping in a vaccine research think tank somewhere. You don't think?
His little baby toe.
Little baby toe.
How do you say, what is it, an orteil, un bébé orteil? He's got his bébé orteil.
La petite orteil. La petite orteil.
Petite orteil calice.
Every time you say anything in French, you throw a calice on the end of it.
Calice.
Unless it's an aggressive French sentence like, hey, donne-moi 12 beignes, tabarnak.
That's exactly how I am.
That's how you talk. Whenever you say anything in French.
Calice.
If it's casual, it's calice at the end. And if it's aggressive, it's tabarnak.
Tabarnak calice.
Oh, now it's both when it's hilarious. You put both. That's good.
Man, I love it. I miss French. I miss the French swearing and all that. I miss it so much.
But yeah, Spanish isn't the same. You don't get the same flavors.
Dude, sometimes I try to speak things in someone starts talking to me in Spanish, and I just try to figure out because I know some words, but then I start saying some words that are French, and I'm like, this is not Spanish.
Señor, patos locos forever. Gringo.
I try, man. I try. I'm not bad. I can say some hi and good night and how are you and stuff like that. I'm not.
I just watched a Spanish from Spain series, so I could probably swear better in Spanish than in I don't know what the swear words are in Latin America.
In Latin, yeah.
Is puta? Puta is that one?
Puta, I know, is Spanish.
Puta ti madre.
They probably still say it Mexican Spanish as well. But I know I got a buddy of mine that's Spanish. My best friend growing up, he was from Spain.
I know that in Spain anyway, puta. They use the word puta, which is basically whore. Yeah. Right? They use it in the same place that we use fuck. Like la
Okay.
puta de cereal or whatever, or la puta de automobile. Like,
The
the
fucking cereal.
the whore of a thing. Yeah, they don't have
Yeah.
a fuck, so it's like everything's a whore of a thing.
Right. I've never, I mean, I gotta learn. You speak pretty good Spanish, though.
Yo hablo un poquito.
You do. See, you're full of shit, man. You act like you're fucking
Stupid?
You're fucking smart, man. You are smart. I remember that when you came down and you were like speaking in the comic in Spanish, and I was like, what when did you speak Spanish all of a sudden? You're having a full-on conversation with the guy.
Podcast is
And then
supposed
don't
to
you know some stuff in like Latvian or whatever?
Czech. I know
Czech?
like
You know some Czech?
I remember like 10 word in Czech. I could say beer though. Pivo. Pivo is beer. Dobre
Okay.
is good. Peachy kokot, I think, is little dick. No, pussy dick is peachy kokot.
Like, no, that's your extent of vocabulary.
That's pretty well it. I think I've just Oh, and ano mean yes. So no means yeah, which is confusing. So if they just say no, like, are you hungry? And they say no, they mean yes. They mean
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Like ano, A-N-O is the word for yes. And so they abbreviate and they just go no, and that means yeah. Like saying yeah instead of yes.
But how do they say no? You have no idea.
No,
They just
that's how
nod.
they say it. They shake their head. There's no word
They
for
just
no.
nod.
It's a very positive culture there, the Czech Republic.
We
They
don't say
refuse
any
to have a word
negative
for no.
words.
They just like,
Just negative motions.
I want to say nye, maybe nye. Like niet is Russian, so maybe somewhere in that family. Nye,
Yeah, something in that realm.
nye, nyo, nya. We had some audio
You sound
trouble
like a
there.
didgeridoo.
Derek just spoke Czech for 15 minutes, but he had an audio glitch.
That's pretty good, man. You got a good.
Yeah, but we're in this
repertoire.
podcast game to improve our career, right? Not to let out secrets.
trying.
Like, I need people to think that I'm just a bouffon idiot from Quebec that don't know any better and says stupid thing. If we tell them I'm too smart, they're gonna be like, "Hey, he should know better." Let's rewind this podcast. He was saying something about gender fluid people. That probably is not a smart person thing to say.
No, I think people enjoy that. We're tired of all the. But you're smart, but you're also still retarded. Let's keep it real.
Wow, you're just dropping the R word now in the podcast.
Oh yeah, I'm saying that. You're not saying that anymore?
Not on recordings. I'd probably say it in a live venue. But actually, you know what? I do the whole retard joke on my last album. On the last one, I'm talking about being
Well,
the
there you
football
go.
coach. I talk about how you.
Look.
If I call you a retard, I'm not belittling mentally handicapped people. And then that whole world, handicap. Apparently, some people don't like the word handicap. And
Yeah,
then,
we talked about that last time. But do you think, like, this is what I was thinking? I was thinking coronavirus is where political correctness dies. Because we're all finally realizing words is not what's going to fucking kill us.
no, yeah.
You know what I mean? I think this might be the end of political correctness. You ever hear anyone complaining about their feelings in the last couple of days?
Yes, actually,
No.
yes.
Really?
Yeah, every time you make a joke about coronavirus, hey, that's my grandmother is susceptible, and Chris, we get it. It's a bad.
Yeah, but that's because you care. I
It's a
don't
bad
care.
time, yeah.
If you're upset, I don't care.
true, I do care.
Cry, whatever, unfollow, do what you want.
I do.
What are you
care.
gonna do?
I care. I do care. That's the thing. I never want to upset anybody. So I'm just
Neither
living
do
my
I,
life.
man.
People should see sense just by watching us in this podcast. We're not bad people. We're just, I'm talking with my buddy Abdul.
We're assholes. We're not bad people. We're just a couple of assholes.
Yeah,
That's all.
The difference, all right? There's a
No.
difference between asshole and bad person.
Yeah, exactly. We're joking. We're not serious when we say things. We're just joking. We're not. How the hell do you stay? I don't get it. I don't understand. But you know what, man? This is why I like small towns, because small town people think like us. Small town people don't give a shit about the glamour and all this bullshit. They just want to laugh at all the garbage they have to deal with.
Yeah, but some of those bad people are also
Right?
some of the small town people are bad people. Like they're racist and a little bit.
No.
That's not how things work.
Now here's the thing. I don't think they're
Abdul, all I've
maliciously
gotta say
racist.
is, I just farted. That's not a good person.
What? When do you got to do that and that gets a laugh?
Remember the small town lady just walks up to you? I'm like, I farted.
I forgot about Darla.
You just name drop like crazy. He doesn't care. Just calling.
We said her
people
name
up.
on the last podcast.
You said it. I've never said it.
Dude, I love. Look, I don't care, man. I've been through enough. You know, with racism and stuff, I've seen it all. I've been through it. I don't care.
Here we go, playing the victim card.
I understand. No, I understand that
Abdul
small
is feeling
towns.
so-
I'm not playing a victim. I'm trying to support people. I'm trying to say I get it. I don't care. You don't have enough friends. You've never hung
You're
out
retarded.
with anyone
You
who
fart
eats.
in public.
No, dude, are you kidding me? The moment she came over and said that to me and Robert when we were standing at the bar and we were having a beer, and she came over and said that, I started laughing so hard, and I was like, Robert,
I could
I
live
love
here.
small town. I'm like, I want to move here because it's just real. If you want, like, look, women. I'll tell you this about women in LA. You see them, I'm not even attracted. I'm not even like, oh my God, look at that hot babe over there. I'm like, that girl looks like she wants to fart. They all look so tight and wound up.
They
and
haven't
pushed
farted
up.
in years.
You're just like, just let it out. You know, like just stop holding it in. They all look like they're just holding
Their boobs
in
deflate,
something.
like
Everything. Right?
Their lips just inflate. Oh God.
You're right, Abdul. This is a lot more relaxing. Oh man! All right, dude. Should we wrap it up? What do you want to do?
I think that was gold. As gold as we've been.
We got to wrap it up.
We do have to figure out a way to make these better, though. I don't know. I think it was.
I think they're good. I think they're getting better.
It was a good chat. I mean, I'm glad to catch up with you. We only talk twice a week, and it's for this, and we do it in front of everybody. That's really what it feels like. It's like somebody's watching us. They're like they've got a VIP seat to our pen palery or something.
That's okay. That's
Yeah,
cool.
all right.
I'm not worried. They're cool. We're hanging
That's
out.
what-
We're chatting.
If Bacon No
Letting
Bacon
them
doesn't
in.
work out, it could be that the name of the podcast could be Derek and Abdul, Pen Pals.
Pen pals. Oh,
Modern,
that's a great
modern
name.
day pen pals.
Pen pals.
Yeah, pen
Dude, that
pals.
was a good name for.
Pals.
There you go. Well, all right.
All right,
Bacon, no bacon.
bacon, bacon.
We'll stick with that until it falls through.
Yeah.
Until I get canned for fucking saying retard earlier, and then
That's right.
we'll do a new one. We'll call it Pen
I'm
Pals. and
never
it'll be
getting
sweeter.
never getting monetized.
Derek's getting.
Making a list of all
All
the
right,
words.
man. I'll bleep it.
We're good. All
right, buddy.
It's nice to talk to you. Let us know. We'll keep everybody posted if you're gonna hightail it out of there.
I will definitely send out the tweets and the Instagrams and.
Let me know if
try
you
and,
need me
I
to-
don't know, man. We'll see.
You need me to
we'll see
meet
what
you at a
happens.
remote border crossing somewhere in Vermont. Sneak
Maybe,
you
man.
through
I don't know where I'll cross. Well, that's where it all depends. It depends if the Canadian government goes, you got 3 days to get here. Then I'm fucking driving straight and then getting across, and then I'll cut over. But we'll see how it pans out, man. I'll keep you in the loop.
Hopefully it's
We
gonna
may
get
be
better.
podcasting
Hopefully
from the road.
other people are not like my children and are taking the precautions.
Stay home.
I mean, I'm
for
making
the
my
love
kids
of
sound
God.
crappy. My daughter's at a friend's house and my son's right at the next door neighbor's house. But it's just, it's the first day of the lockdown. Could we just lock it down? But for
Lock
the
it down,
purposes
kids.
of this podcast, it's quite lovely to not have two fucking teenagers walking around eating everything and crunch. Like, I don't know how my son, when I need quiet, my son always decides to eat the loudest food available. Like, who's developing the packaging of mini wheats? Tabarnak. I see this. Like, the cereal's supposed to snap, crackle, and pop, not the call, is the bag that it come in. Just opening it up like, and he's a goof, so it takes him like 15 minutes. Right at the cliffhanger of a movie or something. He's trying to crack open the mini wheat. I'm foaming at the mouth over here. People are looking for things to do on the lockdown. I can't recommend the show Money Heist enough. Money Heist, it's a Spanish heist series. It's like 4 seasons of like it take 2 seasons to get through the first heist, which is a robbery. If you don't know what heist means.
Okay. Money, is that on Netflix?
Yeah, it's on Netflix. Also, Hunters, which is on Prime, Amazon Prime, not worth watching, even though Al Pacino is in it. I mean, it's worth. It got me locked in. I watched it all the way through, but some scene I'm like, oh man, this is poorly acted. The premise is good though, so you get like a 6 on 10 for Hunters if you're interested in that kind of thing. Takes place in the 70s and it's about Nazi hunting. And Homeland. If you've never watched any of Homeland, this is the perfect time to binge. There's like 8 season, fantastic television program.
Wow, cool. All right.
Things to do. Puzzles too.
Derek's movie reviews.
Angela and I have taken up puzzling also. We're making puzzles.
These are all things you can do during the lockdown.
Please kill me. Just get me out of this fucking place. I have to do another goddamn puzzle. Oh my God. I'm doing puzzles.
Well, good luck, man. Good luck to everybody out there in the lockdown. Stay safe. Watch all of we have got the other episodes. We're now we're also on iTunes and Google Play now.
That's right. Audio.
So you can go to iTunes and Google Play and catch us.
Put us in your head in the dark if you need.
Tell your friends if they don't like watching the video, if they don't like our faces, they
think
could
we got
listen
all the
to
way
the
through.
audio.
I'm looking at the camera and it's still recording. We're gonna get all the way to the end.
Dude, this is great.
This is what I look like at the end of a podcast. You've never seen this before. This is new.
This is amazing. Next step is
maybe
lights.
showering before the it's not smell-o-vision. Doesn't matter. I don't usually wear a hat.
Let's cut it. We're getting dirty here. All right, we don't want to.
Love you, buddy.
Disgusting.
Be safe.
All right, love you too, man.
Stay out of the riots.
See you, man.
Cheers.